Thank you very much, Mr Deputy Speaker. And it is a pleasure to speak in the budget resolutions debate. Most of the time, debates in the House serve to illuminate a topic and to make it clearer. The debate so far has had the opposite effect. What has become increasingly clear is that no one agrees what levelling up actually means. There are fundamental differences on the government benches about what levelling up is. The fact is that so much of the Chancellor's budget was not about levelling up as repairing damage done by the government itself, replacing some but not all of the money squeezed from public services since 2010. Take my Slough constituency, for example. I asked the ever-excellent House of Commons Library for the facts about Slough Council's budget since 2010. The library informed me, and I quote, "We can see that the Slough spending power, broadly speaking, the money that the council had available for making decisions, i.e. excluding ring-fenced funding, decreased by 28.9% in real terms between 2010-11 and 2020-21. The part of core spending power that came from central government funding, listed by the National Audit Office as government funding spending power, fell by even more over the same period, with an overall 53.8% real terms decrease." Mr Deputy Speaker, I'm going to repeat that last part because it is absolutely staggering. A 53.8% real terms cut for Slough since the Conservatives came to power. And whilst undoubtedly issues with Slough Borough Council's finances extend beyond this, councils have increasingly been forced by the government and have sought more creative ways to bring in income in the face of such cuts, undertaking governance of complex company groups and investment portfolios to make up for this shortfall and protect frontline services. But councils are not geared up to take such risks and operate like property development companies. They are there to provide public services which are much needed within communities. In a borough where 30% of children are living in poverty, in a borough where this government's callous £20 cut from universal credit will hit those with disabilities and poor families the hardest, just as fuel and food prices are soaring, taxes have been increased, and winter is coming. And that's the reality of this budget, giving with the hand that has already taken away so much. And Mr Deputy Speaker, in the budget, no opportunity was more missed than investing in UK railways. And I share the disappointment of the Rail Industry Association. No guarantee of the long-term day-to-day investment that the railway needs to survive after the pandemic. Still nothing on the integrated rail plan for the Midlands and the North. Continuing uncertainty over the eastern leg of HS2, Northern Powerhouse Rail and Midlands Rail Hub, and no update on the rail network enhancements pipeline 2 years after it was published, and still no announcement on when the Western Rail link to Heathrow will finally be built. With COP26 now in session, ministers could have announced plans for a net zero railway with a huge rolling programme of electrification and significant investment in the development of battery and hydrogen technology. But no. In conclusion, Mr Deputy Speaker, the budget and spending review needed to do two things. One, we needed to help the poorest and the most vulnerable right now, including in my Slough constituency, real levelling up for people facing tough times, not more meaningless slogans. And two, we needed to invest in a green economy with the railway at its heart. And this budget fails miserably on both counts. Thank you very much.